Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
All right, so let's close this out. Of course, we have Mark Figueroa, co-owner of SunPower Green Convergence, with us. He's been on our show many a times. He also is a contributor to the Vault magazine, one of our magazines at aprgi.com. And so we want to close it out with one of the most important things that we also went over while I was deciding on which solar company. Installation. Holy cow, is there a difference? That alone is the difference. I mean, when we looked at, I loved that you took me over, we won't say where, but you took me to 3 homes with SunPower, a chuck and a truck, and
a jack and a hood,
and SunPower. It was night and day. It's like somebody had a Pinto on top of the roof, and the other two had Porsches on top of the roof. Because mine looks beautiful. It's low profile. It's wrapped. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. You can't even you don't even notice it, but if you do, it is gorgeous. It makes actually my house look better. Yeah. So it's not not PVC piping going on the side of the house and wires falling. I mean, and it's not 2 feet off the roof because they don't have good solar panels. The heat thing, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So. And most companies install over tile, which a lot of people out here have tile roofs. And our strength is that we're actual contractors, roofing, electrical, general contractors, and so everything we do, we're selling a panel that we feel strongly has and there's white papers to back this up, going to last 40 years. So why do a 5-year install? I mean, the last thing you want to do is have a crew come out and take your panels off your roof because maybe we've had an earthquake and tiles are shook around or you start getting a leak. Like you mentioned earlier, we're going to give you a 50-year Owens Corning roof warranty under your solar. You're never going to take your solar off. Once it goes down, even if you have to re-roof around it, the way we do it, with that low profile mount, easy to do without touching the solar. And so, you find a guy that's a few $1,000s cheaper today, and then you spend $10,000 taking it off, putting it back on. Where do you save money? Yeah, and the aggravation. Where we put it on, if you've ever had a leaky roof, you know the stress of a leaky roof.
Not fun at all.
Oh, my gosh. And so, we want to put that roof on in a manner, and with the solar, everything that's...
What's your biggest one of the biggest fears when you do solar is my roof? Yeah,
roof leaks.
Absolutely.
And so we don't lie awake in a rainstorm worrying about how many calls we're going to have. We're not. And typically we get a roof leak call. It's the other side of the roof. Something had nothing to do with us. The funny guy calls and he goes, my roof's leaking under my solar. And we get out there and he goes, it really isn't, but I knew you wouldn't come right away because it was during that heavy storm. He says, I needed to get somebody out here.
Good thing you're a roofing contractor, too.
Yeah, so, but that was pretty funny.
I got to remember that one.
That was clever. And...
now everybody's going to be calling you during the storm.
Oops.
Blew
That's
that.
pretty funny.
Blew that. No, but it's we want, and everything we do is what we call best practices. The result is great aesthetics, but that's not why we do it. We do it because it's best practice. We do it so the roof doesn't leak, and we do it so you don't have a problem if you have to take your tile off and repaper down the road. Hiding the conduit looks great, but also, I'm a almost 40-year electrician. You leave conduit out and running across the roof, and that sun just bakes that, and the insulation starts cracking and wearing. So again, doing the in-wall installation, through the attic, it looks great, but that's not why we do it. We do it so your install, you're going to have a 40-year panel, do a 40-year install. And we tell people, if you want to do a cheap install, buy a cheap panel because you're going to be tearing it off the roof anyway. So if you're going to do it right and spend the money on SunPower,
and you guys did it right because mine is absolutely beautiful. You can't see any of the installation process at all. All I have is the inverter. That's about all you see in my garage. You don't see anything else. And your installers were great. I mean, they actually showed up on time, right on time. And if you said 7 o'clock, they're right there on time. And they were very, very nice people, very nice, always polite, and got the job done on time.
But again, because most solar companies that subcontract, we have our own guys. And, we train them that you're our number one sales team. Because we have great salespeople. You can like them. We do a lousy install. You're not going to refer us.
Yeah,
At the end of the day,
sure.
It's the quality of the work that stands up. And that's why you're going to refer us because of our installers. Not because you know me, not for any other reason, that you got a great job. And that's our installers. I don't take credit for that. We have a great group of people who take a huge amount of pride. Again, they're not subcontractors, and they like the fact that they're working every day. And they do that because of the amount of referral and the amount of business we do, because of the quality of work we do.
All right, I want to make sure that all of you out there know how best to get a hold of Mark, where to research Mark, where to go check out his studio and all that, because you'll love the studio. You'll get to see the differences in the types of installation. You'll see the quality of the panels. I love that. That sold me, too. I love the copper backing to keep the heat, and it lasts longer. Isn't brittle. A lot of them are brittle, and they break, or they have micro cracks to take away some of the efficiencies. And he said, I know myself. I'm going to go sell solar.
Come on, man.
There's something just I want to scratch the surface on for a second. Reselling your home with a solar system on it. I see a lot of problems that sellers have with buyers who say, you know what, I want those broken tiles fixed. I want that conduit replaced. I want this. I want that. And they can't get their solar company that's working with them to come out and do it right. And it costs them a lot of money, because if you as a seller and a homeowner don't select the right company to do the job right the first time, and you go to sell your home, you'll be forced to do it the second time on your dollar.
I hate when that happens. All right, how they get a hold of you?
Beautiful website. Again, done by a local company, Scorpion Design. But
Scorpion's the bomb.
They are awesome.
Yeah.
Greenconvergence.com, and got a nice map, shows you how to get to our beautiful design center at 28490 Westinghouse Place, and a really simple phone number, 661-294-9999. Doesn't get any easier.
Well, 294-9999.
There you go. You got it.
All right. Thank you again for always being such a great contributor to our show and to our community, because you guys do a great job for our environment and everything else. We love our SunPower Green Convergence solar panels, both Gino and I.
Thanks for having me.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Stevie Korn,
Glad to be here.
owner of New Hall Escrow.
Yep.
Thank you for being here as
Absolutely.
always.
A lot of great information today, and love sharing it with you. Thanks.
All right. So make sure you check out more. Go to donandgino.com, donandgino.com. We beat out all the pizza places now. There's a lot of great information on our site, a lot of great interviews. And check out National Real Estate Cafe at nrecafe.com. And also America's Professional Resource Group, aprgi.com. See, we have a wealth of information helping to guide you to personal and financial wellness. Our goal every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Please join us. Have a great weekend. And remember, be good humans.
Cheers.